Yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. So come get some. CRoM. CRoM.
Come get some.
First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
I'm looking for a man who
You have found one.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh no, is the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Stick him up, please. Smoke, if you wish.
Come on! Damn, that hurts, doesn't it?
You know what's up. You do know what's up. We are here for the final segment of CromCon 35. And we're not going to be it's not going to be a letdown. There's more, and more. We got, kicking the show off, our lovely friend Corissa Grant going to come hang out with us. We got your boy and my boy and Brian Christgau's boy, Hex freaking Allen, going to be out here talking about Nephilim Squadron. The Allgood show, Michael Ghatti. And actually, Doc has a couple guests, so that's going to be popping. And the Silverline crew at 8 o'clock going to come out and do their thing. And then if anybody wants, we can keep the thing going with an open panel. That's entirely up to you guys. So without any further ado, what's up, Corissa?
Hi, how are you?
I'm not gonna make Hex just sit in the backstage and watch us for the next half hour. I'm just gonna let him come out and hang out too if he wants to. Give me a nod, give me a heads up, give me a something. Yeah, all right, there he goes. What's up, Hex? How you doing, brother?
Hi.
I can't hear you because you're muted.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's
hey, how's
it's
it going?
Man, 3 years. Shit.
Good to see you.
Hi, Hex.
Hey, Corissa. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
I didn't even know you guys knew each other. What do you think of that? Huh?
Well, we met here.
Yeah.
Probably.
I believe. Yeah, last time I was on CromCon, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
For doing that. I like to be the guy that does it. People, I got on the madness. Yeah, hell yeah.
Cheers.
We're all gonna have tattoos. We met on the madness.
Oh, that sounds cool. Gotta have the lips. Gotta get the lips on the bicep, right? Oh yeah. Vic, what's up, youngster?
Hey.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Silverline's gonna have a good crew for the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be cool with that. We're here right now, to talk about worthy chaos. It's up there. It's up there over her head, right?
That would be me. Yeah.
But you know what, Corissa?
What's that?
I know you've been doing the streaming thing long enough that you know how to share your own screen now.
I do.
See, I'm over here and I didn't have enough time in between shows to stuff my face. So you're going to scroll through your campaign and show everybody, and I'm going to be hiding over here behind my avatar while I cram food in my mouth real fast. Okay?
Okay. I'll
hopefully Doc or one of my other co-hosts come out here. But, you never know.
Should I play the video or
do whatever you want?
Those are famous last words. Okay.
I ain't scared. Who's this guy screaming at?
Anubis.
This is grumpy.
It sounds like he's hungry.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so thanks to Pops and letting me launch, we funded in 6 hours and reached the first stretch goal in 24 hours. And then we kind of skipped over the second goal, and then we kind of skipped over the third goal because somebody pledged a lot, and now we're, I can't do math, $84 away from the fourth stretch goal.
First, I want to thank Corissa for launching her book on my channel and making us look good.
Well, I couldn't do without you, Pops.
And vice versa, okay? If you didn't have something cool for us to show people, we're not launching anything either, right? So
it's win-win. I like it.
There you go.
This is our variant cover B. It is the artist, DC artist from Batman and Harley Quinn, Ken Hunt, and it is colored by the amazing CC Dela Cruz, which is the interior artist currently working on Lady Death Universe, but she has a very long list of things she worked on. So
she's actually pretty cool too.
She's very nice. They're both gonna do my cover for my graphic novel. So I'm excited to see that, which I will be launching on this show in October, but there's 2 more in between there, so that's getting ahead of myself. Anyway, this is Fabio and Fernando's variant cover A, which I love it. I have the originals here, and they just look so amazing. This is my artist, my interior artist, Jonas De Costa. He gets better and better with each freaking issue. This is his first, this story is his first paid gig, but I guess this would be his 4th issue, so his 4th paid gig. And this is the homage to Supernatural, the car, baby, and Dean's license plate. The license plate is Dean's birthday. Our warning that Pops loves.
Yes, very much. Very much. Thank you.
These are some of the beginning pages. I have to say, I love Jonas, how I made the background blurry while she's focusing on getting her weapon or her keychain. And there's a pretty good fight scene. There's like 3 fights in this, but the first one is the bar, and the last one is our subspecies of vampires, which I will get to in a second. There's the gorgeous car baby, which I love. This is my character kicking ass.
Hold up.
Yes.
Back up to the car. What kind of car is that?
This is a 67 Impala 4-door.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you knew that. I'm glad you knew that.
Actually, I love the 60s Chevys. My favorite was a 69 Chevelle, and the 69 and the 70 Nova were my second favorite. Anyway, that was it. I actually started watching the show because of the car. It wasn't the other way around.
Oh, jeez.
I dated a guy just because he had a Chevy 69.
I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this. Hold on. Let me just see if I can find you a little something that's funny. I think you'll find it amusing. Where are you at? Oh, isn't that cute? Who's that guy?
Oh, nice.
Who's that guy with that old, beautifully straight Nova? Oh, that Nova.
My first car was a Nova. It wasn't a very good year, but it was a Nova, and that's what started my love of Nova. So I've always wanted
more Novas than anything else.
Yeah, I wanted the 1970 Nova. It just has a really nice look to it. But yeah, anyway. Back to my character.
Before the square body was fine.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. that was kind of what I meant.
When they went to that goofy looking 76 or what is 75, 76. Oh my God, that was horrible.
And that's unfortunately I owned an 80s, so it wasn't a nice. But, I still could say I owned a Nova. So this is my character kicking ass because she kicks ass. This is their father's. Hers is an angel, and his is a demon. And this is Anubis playing fetch with a hellhound, which will become his hellhound and follow him through the entire series. So for now, Anubis has a pet. This is also I don't know if anyone watches Supernatural. This is Lucifer. I'll play it, I guess.
Corissa, what is up? It's Mark Pellegrino, your friendly neighborhood Lucifer, wishing you good luck on your project. Wow, this is awesome. So you're releasing your horror supernatural comic book series, Worthy Chaos. I love that. Redemption, Worthy Chaos, Redemption. This is awesome. You're a hard worker. That's a hard thing to do, create a graphic novel, a comic book series like that. It requires savviness on every level. So I wish you the best of luck on Kickstarter. I hope you get lots of funding for it. I hope you're able to publish that thing and the Supernatural family is receptive to it. All right. This is a blessing from Lucifer, the redheaded stepchild of the Supernatural family, the crazy uncle. I don't know if it's going to get you anywhere, but hopefully it'll ignite a little fire under you and keep you going and persisting, even if you feel a little bit disappointed, which you won't be because your comic book is great. I read it.
Wow.
He's my hero. I'm gonna go to a Supernatural.
Worthy praise for Worthy Chaos.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him sign an issue of 4, hopefully in December or November when we go to the con. So we got lots of stickers because everyone loves stickers and I love stickers. So here's the angelic weapon. Here's the fighting Anubis. There's the 3-inch mirrored sticker, which is fun to try to take a picture of, and everyone's favorite, the 4-inch cute angry Anubis chibi style, which you can thank Pops for because he wanted me to do chibi style, and now we have a chibi style. Next campaign we'll have Draven and maybe Sarah. I don't know if I'm gonna separate them or not because I have so many stickers that I'm just gonna one whole campaign is just gonna be a bundle of stickers. So. And this is a button. It's got Ian Chase Nichols from The Tick and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which he did the variant cover for 2, which is available in the add-ons. He did a freaking fantastic job, and he is currently working on issue 6 cover, which would be a wraparound vampire cover of the vampires swarming my characters. I am obsessed to see it, and I cannot wait. It was his idea. So he's like, can I do a wraparound cover? I was like, you do whatever the hell you want to do. And I'm eternally grateful. He wants to actually do my spinoff, the interior pages. I am not against this idea. So we are going to possibly be working on that when he's done in a couple of months for doing stuff.
Look at this spy right here.
Holy moly.
What happened?
Look at this spy right here. See what he sees?
Is that a fly on the wall?
He's like looking at my plate, man.
Aww.
You want something, Rob?
Yeah. Obviously.
You can't have my food.
Lies.
What are you doing? He just comes slithering up and laid his head on my lap right by my plate. I'm like, yeah, you ain't fooling nobody.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You don't want love. You want my food. I know who you are, dog.
And hi to Jim, who just came in.
Jim O'Reilly, what's up, brother?
Jim's awesome.
What's up, Jim?
I love Jim. He's great. These are some of the rewards. We have these are prints and trading cards, all glossy. Then they're in the mail and on the way, and I will post a picture when I get it. But I had this done in a metal print on silver aluminum. So as soon as that arrives, I will post a picture. They're rounded corners, so nobody kills themselves. I also have metal bookmarks on the way. I have white metal with the black overlay, and then copper aluminum with the color overlay. I have no idea if when it's colored like that, if the metal even matters, but I like copper, so it's going to be copper. So, this is the laser etched wood. That is thanks to Nerdables, which is the coolest name ever. And
that
Timothy,
is badass.
Right. And Timothy Fling, who is the one that told me about it. He literally told me on a Friday, and 4 seconds later, I called up the company and said, I need a picture. Can you get it done by Tuesday? And they sent me a picture on Monday. And here's the video. I did not think that it would look good. I thought it would be like too fine, tiny little. He does such tiny little lines, but it looks amazing.
I didn't realize it earlier, but it looks like Roland's campaign is ending right during their segment out here later. And that was not something that was planned ahead of time, but it looks like that's how this is working out. So we may be having a countdown party in a little while, yo. Yeah. Just saying.
Always good. I will be on for my countdown on 16th. So we'll be here for that. Here is the 3D Anubis, which are in there. So I rearranged my entire room, so nothing is near me right now except my army of plushies. But so there's only 6 left, and they will not be made again. They also were added to the add-ons today. So if anyone wants to add it on, they can. This is the resin 3D. And they're tiny. These are small. These are the RPG miniatures. They're primed and ready to be painted, or you can display them in white, which I'm going to do both. I'm going to have one in white and one. I'm going to actually attempt to paint one. These were also added to add-ons. And my army of pillows. Here's the fighting Anubis and the tall Anubis. My lovely couple. And the cute angry Anubis, which I have 3-foot pillows nearby somewhere. Of course, there is the plushie Anubis. There's only 3 left, and there may be more in the future, but probably not. So there's that. Here's the cute angry Anubis, which he did. I mean, it looks just like the freaking picture. So, all right, this is going to jump up. So, and this is made by hand with clay and painted.
Oh, amazing. That's some great detail.
My artist is phenomenal.
Wow. Is that chocolate under that gold?
I tasted it, and no, it is not.
No.
Yeah. Oh, well. You guys won't get the bite mark one.
I'm craving chocolate.
Yeah, I am too now. So that's one is still available. This is the characters in a pound of clay. There was one left. My artist refuses to ever make it again because he does not like to sculpt people, and he did it for me. So it is an awesome sculpt, and he said,
"Does it freak him out to sculpt people? It
looks
too real."
He's like, bring on the Anubises, and he's gonna do my Hellhound as soon as the picture's done. So I'm doing a Chibi Anubis, Chibi Hellhound statue. And these are all gone. So there was 2, and they were bought. So those probably won't get made again because I really don't want to ship those. So this is the story, which, if anyone doesn't know, it is a Buffy meets Supernatural in Silent Hill in the Resident Evil world with Evil Dead running around. The short version is also Romeo and Juliet in Hell. So there's that. It's a survival horror. She's an angel descendant. He's a demon descendant. And the fathers are after her to get the angelic weapon out of her, which has the power of souls and can tip the scales of heaven and hell in either direction, depending on who gets it. In this version and this issue, we introduce our subspecies of vampires called Clotters, and they have extra strength because their heart only beats every 6 hours, which is just enough to keep rigor mortis off. So if they get cut or anything, it's like a clotted, disgusting blood, which is how we like it. And you can only kill them with chopping off their head or fire. But the main issue is they have a hive mind. So if anyone of them in the family taste your blood, they can hone in and track you anywhere you go, no matter what. And if you kill one of them, they will track you down out of revenge and not stop until you're dead. So guess what happens in our issues? So this is the issue 2 variant. As I said in the ad, all the back issues, PDF and printed, are available in the add-ons. So no one gets left out. Now the stretch goals, for $5 PDF for mine, either of 1 or 4 or whatever, you get the black and white version and the color version. But also, since we reached the stretch goal, you get 16 other #1 issues, and they're all phenomenal. Laurie's is in here, Path of the Pale Rider. There's Nightwolf, which shout out to Rob, which it's live now on Kickstarter. Issue 7 is there, so you can get one right here for $5. Rick got Orphan Bloodline. You got Paul, which is PTSD, which his is live now, which is Prelude to Aurora, and I think it's good till tomorrow, so you gotta go hurry up and get that. Rob, White Owl, is issue 1 and 2 is live now on Kickstarter as well. Timothy Fling's Water Wars, but he has Cryptic, I believe, live right now, which I backed because I back all of these because I love all of them and everyone's awesome.
Call of the Cryptid.
Call of the Cryptid. Thank you. Now, second stretch goal was reached, so everyone gets the banner. It's a glossy. Well, they don't get the banner, but the picture on the banner, which is the glossy bookmark. Everyone gets one of those. Everyone physical that has a physical reward gets one of those. Now, everyone gets the third stretch goal, which we kind of just jumped over because one of my clients, they got a $600 tier, so kind of jumped over this one. And it is the PDF of issue 1 of the prequel, which shows how Seraphina and Draven met in this lifetime. And in the bottom, you can see Apollo, which we have his plushie, actually all their plushies, but we have the plushies and the add-ons. There's only one of each of them left, and I think there's 2 of the Rat Apollo, and they come with a suede trading card. So anyway, everyone gets that as a PDF. And the fourth stretch goal, which we are $84 away from, is Ken Hunt's original print and a trading card, glossy trading card. And if we reach the 5th goal, then there's a foil and holochrome trading card for Ian Chase Nichols cover. And then add-ons, you can get, like I said, anything pretty much in the add-ons. They got the stickers, the buttons, the old buttons, the back issues, new buttons, the hat. Here's the Rat Apollo. You can get them laying down or sitting down. There's the suede card. Yes, suede. It's weird. I had to see it. Now there it is. Keychain, more stickers. Oh, we have shirts, hoodies, t-shirts. I kept the sweatshirts. Sorry. Here's the there's 3 versions. There's DC Ken Hunt's, there's the cover, and then there's Ian Chase Nichols cover, because that one just keeps on giving. So in the everyone can purchase our song. There's a download. It for $5 you get the instrumental and the vocal. Here are the lyrics. The music in the video you heard in the background is the background of this song. It was written.
She can't see you, Doc. She's scrolling on the other screen.
Corissa.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, baby girl, what's going on with you?
Good. I'm here.
What's up, Hex?
Hey, how you doing?
Well,
There's the
thank you.
team. There's thank you. And this is the highly recommended Kickstarters. Nightwolf, Call of the Cryptid, Prelude to Allura.
Muslim Squadron could be on this list too. I'm just saying.
No, anyone I sent out, but not everyone gets my tweets and my posts. But anyone that wants to be on this list is always welcome. And anyone that's going to have any in June, August, or October, I always send out that they are welcome to be in here because I love supporting other indie creators.
I'm scared of lists, Corissa. What is this list?
What happened? That's the highly recommended list.
Oh, well, Pariah Blood and Mud needs to be on that list.
I thought it ended.
No, 2 more days.
Oh, then yeah, I will put that on the list. I guess I confused funded with ended.
Yes.
My bad.
Now, Nephilim Squadron could be on that list too, right? Right? Hex, are you listening?
Hex fell asleep, standing up.
Is it a Kickstarter only list or what?
No, it's anyone that has a live or upcoming campaign that someone could go and pre-launch or whatever.
Basically, she's just sharing the love, dude. Remember when I used to put out the updates, and my updates was basically just somebody else's link because I was all about sharing everybody's links, and everybody got mad at me because my updates didn't have anything to do with my campaign, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, y'all quit bitching. I'm doing what I do. That's promote people.
You ready? Watch this here. You have to clip this. Quit your bitching. Anubis. What was his name?
My whole book was about promoting other people. It wasn't even me. The whole thing was about promoting other people. And then it got mad when I would send out updates promoting other people. And it was like, what is wrong with you people?
I just discovered that my head goes up and down. This is pretty cool.
So, a worthy chaos.
Yes, sorry.
Back at 15 days left. You're doing good. Halfway through, kicking ass.
Yeah, doing good. You can find me anywhere, anytime with Worthy Chaos. So if you you can follow the link, or if you forget the link, all you have to do is search Worthy Chaos, and we pop up.
WorthyChaos.com. Yeah. She actually has a website too, Worthy Chaos.
I do have a website, worthychaoscomics.com. I'm also on Twitter with almost 5,000 followers, and I wish it would I'm like 80 away, and I'm hoping that once I go over the 80, I can actually follow more people, because I can't even follow people back because of this stupid algorithm or whatever the hell you call it.
Oh, I know.
Boys and girls, if you're not aware, you may have picked up on this. Corissa Grant is some serious business. Just saying. She ain't playing.
I was on a show 2 nights ago, and Rob was on there. Everyone was on there, and they were talking about, Rob's on issue 7, and he's been doing this for 5 years, and he's kicking ass. And I was like, yeah, I'm new. I'm 6 months. Like, what do you want? I was like, I don't know, issue 4. They're like, what? And I was like, 5's already almost done. We're like 5 pages away from being done, and then
smart. You're just smart. You came in ahead of the game. That's all.
Well, it's easier for me because the whole story's written. So all I have, and I've done all the scripts up to, I just started issue 16.
That's kind of what I meant by coming in ahead of the game.
Yeah, I just meant, like, I still don't know anything that I don't know what I'm doing, but I do have a script. So.
She doesn't know what she's doing at all, but that first book kicked ass. It was so good that she had to redo it.
Yes, we had to redo it, and it was worth every penny. I love my artist, and even when we butt heads, it still works out really good. So I'm very lucky, and he's enjoying it. Probably not as much as I'm enjoying it, but we're working as a team, which is really important to me. I've hired artists before, and I kind of just give them a script, and they give me something back, and I don't even talk to them in between. But with him, it's like, actually, he gets really concerned when something happens to my character. He's like, are they going to be okay? And it's like, yeah.
That's when I don't know, you're drawing it.
I was like, do them justice and they'll be fine. But yeah.
I mean, that way he's invested.
Invested. The poor guy went away for a month, and he messages me 2 weeks in saying, I miss drawing this, and I can't wait till my vacation's over so I can start again. I was like, go enjoy your vacation. And then every week it was like 5 more days, 4 more days. And I was like, it's an addicting story, right? He's like, yes. So I guess that's a good sign. You can't buy that kind of loyalty.
That's right.
Hex, do me a favor.
Huh?
Hex, pull that campaign up.
Oh.
Well, we got to do this for Carissa's before we do that.
Woo!
That was for you too. That was for you too, Hex. It was. Hex is like, share my screen. I forgot how to do that.
Hex, you were unusually quiet. What mischief were you getting into there a few moments ago?
Nothing.
Not sure if I buy that.
Yeah.
Man was up to something.
Okay. Just trying to I have to change it to the CRoM tab so I can share audio.
Carissa picked up a hum. A hum.
Yeah, I noticed. Poor Carissa.
A hum.
Yeah.
A hum.
Yeah, baby. Nephilim Squadron.
Look at this already. 4,362. Jeez.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, man, you are rocking it. All right, I'm going to shut up. This is Pops' thing where he I interview the talent, he reviews the campaigns.
Yeah,
I don't review shit. What are you talking about? I don't review nothing.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, tell us what you got, brother.
Well, it's just the same old thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just the same old thing, you know.
Yeah, Nephilim Squadron. It's been
you didn't see the same old thing, so give them that new thing.
New thing.
Give that new thing.
Yeah, well, I guess some people may have not seen this before.
Just wrote it, dude.
Yeah, it's an 80-page full color science fantasy graphic novel. Roller coaster ride in the 28th century. The story focuses on the personal journey of a clone fighter pilot's desire for a soul while trying to penetrate the scheming of a planetary dictator. And all this happens while human civilization clashes with horrifying aliens in a struggle for survival. In a nutshell, it's Top Gun meets Heavy Metal Magazine.
Yeah.
And like Avatar, but with testosterone.
Is that a Boob Dan cover?
Yeah, this is the fabulous Dan Plagle Boob Dan cover. Yeah.
It's a Boob Dan cover. I knew that.
What tipped you off, Pop? What tipped you off, Pops?
They're both big, and they're both big.
They draw hands. He draws hands a certain way. That's what it is.
They're both big.
Yeah. So yeah, this is still on Indiegogo, in demand, and should be ready by June, end of June, let's say. Still working on it, but
right on.
Yeah.
Now you've already got teaser books out there in people's hands, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The black and white one.
Yeah, people know what they got coming. You know, it's like it's not like they're just waiting forever for this. It's like, you know, it's good. It's good. He sent something out that sets up the story well. See that green thing up there?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
There it is. Some pages. You can see them. So actually,
one of those. I got one of those.
All right, action-packed sci-fi action. good characters, cool story arcs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of surprises in this book, and I'm having a blast creating it. It's kind of a slog, but when you see the results, it'll hopefully blow your mind.
It does become a grind, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
And it does have layers to this. It's not just a basic story. It has a lot of layers to it. You know.
Oh, and I know I've shown a lot of pages.
Say again.
But I've shown a lot of pages already, but I want to show here's a preview of something in color for the digital version of that first chapter. The first issue is coming up soon for my backers. It's really late, but let me share this. I think I've shown this in black and white, but here's a little taste of one of the pages in color you'll get to see. I think I showed this page before here in black and white. Oh, here's the color version.
Yes.
Yeah.
In black and white, I've seen that, but not in
Yeah,
color.
exciting stuff. A Shroom Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. That looks great. Looks really good. Who's the colorist?
Me.
Oh, I mean, sorry, I asked the stupid question, Hex.
No, it's not stupid.
Hex is afraid of colors. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
He wasn't his first choice. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Never again. Never again. I'm not going to hire this guy again. And I got some original artwork here. You got like some of the pages you see on the wall back here.
And no, it says Nephilim Squadron. It's not like, even though he said it was about the one guy, basically, there's a lot of characters, a lot of supporting characters, interplanetary freaking politics. I mean, it's like it's a world build. It's not just about this one guy looking for a soul, although that's the main character. But there's a lot more to it than that. It's layers.
I just have to focus on one thing during the pitch,
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure everybody knows there's a lot to this. It's got a lot of layers to it. It's not going to leave you flat looking for what happens to one guy. You're going to get invested in the rest of the story.
Oh yeah, like Kyle Kokar, the kid in the beginning. He's the son of the dictator. He becomes an important figure later on. And did you check it out, Pops?
Yes, I read it.
Yeah.
Did I check it out, dude? I don't have a reader stack right now because I haven't been able to do anything until I have a new address. I don't want people shipping stuff here and then me not be here. So not a lot I can do right now, but so I don't have a reader stack because I read everything I get. Everything.
Yeah, me too. I try to read everything in a timely manner. Currently, I'm reading Perfect 10, Dave Brink's Perfect 10. I'm in the middle of that. And
I put them in the stack and then they get read because, that's what I do the last half hour before I go to sleep. Is read, whether it's a novel or comics or whatever. But
on the toilet,
get an hour in, working the eyeballs and the brain every day on reading. Away from the damn computer screen because I look at this thing all day.
I know, man. It's I've had some really good rest recently, and I noticed my sunken in eyes have filled up a bit now.
You're saying I need to go
take care of your health, people. Creators.
I need to go to sleep, Hex.
No. That goes for everybody, including me. Because
dude,
I don't know. I'm just trying not to burn out here.
Well,
I'm an older gentleman.
This month, the CromCon kickoff show fell the same night as the late night Fallout game stream. So we went Friday night from the CromCon kickoff show to the late night game stream. That was 3 o'clock in the morning, and then of course the next day, doing CromCon, and then it's like,
yeah. It's time to get some rest.
There's a reason I wasn't doing CromCon for 3 whole days. The first time I did this, I did it for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all day. And I never did a 3-day con after that. I'd do a kickoff show maybe Friday night, something to kick the weekend off. But no way I was doing all day 3 days again. That's kind of what this weekend felt like because of the late night game stream.
Yeah,
it was like 8 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours. Oh yeah, well, that's fun.
Just keep taking your vitamins.
Oh shit! The hard part's staying hydrated. Because you're just sitting here, so you're not using anything. You don't realize, you know what I mean? It's like you kind of got to force yourself to eat, to drink.
Using brain power and
it's all fucking
synapses are firing off. Yeah,
it's all mental, man.
Mental man. Hey, that's my next character, Mental Man.
Mentality Man.
Yeah, I've got some like costume characters in the works up here. I haven't done any designs yet, but probably definitely after this one it starts to fulfill, I'll start working on those. But the ideas I had for there's a character called Arc Welder, and I haven't decided if it's going to be a male, female yet, but they have electrical powers, and then another character called well, the book is called Born Freak. And the character's name is John Freak, and he's kind of like a modern day Hunchback of Notre Dame sort of thing. A comedy. And then what else is there?
I did look. You got plenty of time still. I kind of want you to go through them characters a little bit and introduce everybody to the main people.
The characters that you could get.
Yeah.
Sooner than the other stuff.
Well, I mean, just so that people have an idea of who these guys are, because you got a lot of people involved, that we're seeing in this art. It's like, who the fuck are they?
Yeah. So you got Chiru Kaufman, and he's a hotshot pilot, and he's a loyal a soldier for the cause. But he loves the party and shit, but but he seeks something more for his future after this war. And his best friends, his Commander Lieutenant Mecca Mejia and Jason Nill.
Right, hold up.
Yeah.
Best friend or secret crush?
Well, the truth is, you'll see in the next in the full graphic novel that it's no secret that Teru and Mecca are like fraternizing.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like you just like dude looking for his future. It's like I'm pretty sure his future's in that box right next to him there.
Well, that's what he thinks, but it doesn't turn out that way.
Poor dude. Could be the blue hair. I don't know.
No, she's chill. She's actually very chill. But
what happened to Doc?
So and Mecca, she's also a pilot, and she's like the immediate boss of Lieutenant Teru, and she's a full, she's like a human, whereas like Teru and Jason are clones, and in this universe, there's a word for the clones, and they're called Taquin, which is a specially made clone that is alchemically constructed for a special purpose, which is to like do like a teleportation, tachyon teleportation, and it doesn't affect their bodies like it does like a natural born human. So
they genetically enhanced their ability to take it.
Yeah. So they're not especially like super strong or anything. They live just like normal humans, except for their internal makeup is a little different. And so Mecha is a natural born human, and she's also a Catholic, and she feels a certain amount of guilt for what she's doing with Teru and all that. And then things snowball later on as you see they go down to the planet to party on, and things get out of control. I'll leave it there for what happens. And then
I can already see Jason gets pissed off. They're out hanging out without him, doing that. He's a jealous little bit.
Jason is a kind of a roguish, a self-described warrior poet, and with an unstoppable libido. So he's like a kind of like
he's a bard that wants to do it too. Okay.
He's cool he's off doing his own thing, but since you're pushing the issue, yes, eventually by volume 3, yes, it'll be Jason and Mecha who are together.
See, it was the blue hair. I knew it all along.
Yeah. All the blue hairs. So and then you got your big bad here. This is Seaton Kokar. He's the dictator of Barani, which is the most powerful nation on this planet, and pretty much they own the planet. So, and there are other smaller nations on the planet, but and there've been various wars in the past for control of resources and things like that. But that's like stuff that's discussed in the past, about the past. But what Seaton is doing here is he's been at war, or his whole nation has been at war with these aliens on this planet for generations, and what he's been doing is he's been capturing them over the years, and then converting their blood into or synthesizing their blood into a drug for the population, to control the population, because it has a mind numbing sort of effect on them, and he's into all sort of crazy stuff, and that's caused the aliens to like step up their campaign against the human race, which is why the Soul Interstellar Forces, which is a third party, they come in, and they're like the Star Trek Federation, and they see that things are happening on this planet in the magnetosphere that are anomalous, and they end up getting involved in the war against the helping the humans, the Baranians fight the war against the aliens, not knowing what they're really up to. So then things unfold, as they go from there. And these other characters, you'll learn about them. You saw Zyke Howley. He's in the chapter 1. He's the guy who's flying the Shroom Dragon, which are normally flown by the El Savali aliens here. And yeah, these characters become pivotal later on, but they're introduced early, and so basically the gist of volume 1 is that Sif, the Soul Interstellar Forces, try to figure out and deal with what the dictator Seton Kokar is doing, and try to fend off this alien annihilation from these native alien species.
Now there was another aspect to this that I liked, and that was everybody has their own little personal modem flying around with them that connects them to the interplanetary internet.
Yeah, the FAMI, the floating autonomous molecular interface.
yes. Everybody has their own little like modem that follows them around so they can connect to whatever they want, right?
Yeah. And if you have enough resources or money, you can conjure anything you want, like food or a vehicle, a weapon, but you have to be of a certain status to do that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Or a good hacker, right?
Yeah.
Whoa. There I go, adding another element. I just saw the wheels start turning in his head.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the tiers are the basic tiers are, well, you have the this one is the preview issue. It's the first issue in black and white. You see up here, and that's ships. I can ship that out to you right away if you want to taste of it.
The collector in me wasn't waiting on the graphic novel. You put something out, I wanted whatever you put out at the beginning of this story, however it went out, I wanted a copy of that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, the book is great. I can't wait for it. All that. That's cool. But the thing that you put out, that first piece that actually got printed and published, that's what I wanted first. I can wait for the rest, but I don't want to miss out on that first printing of the beginning of a story.
Yeah. It's a rare. It's a rarity.
Go by. Yeah. The collector in me don't let that go by. He's still got a few of those left, yo. Get them.
Yep, plenty left.
Rarity. Only a few left.
Well, not plenty. It's like I think I have like 100 left.
That's all you ever see.
Like 100.
Yeah, never even tell them that. Just, I only got a few left. Never even let them know.
Oh yeah, 20. Only got 20 left.
They ask how many you printed, you tell them that, but then it's always I only have a few left. Because that implies that they're all gone, that people got them all. There's only, you better get one. There's only a few left. Marketing.
Okay, think like a businessman.
Yeah, selling books, buddy. Hey, it ain't like I came in knowing all this. I've learned a lot the last 3 years hanging out around all these guys and watching and coming up with ideas of my own too. I've had a lot of fun. I've seen ideas that I gave people show up in books. I've seen, ideas that I gave people show up on short films, all kinds of stuff since I started doing this. It's awesome. I just like seeing stuff that I came up with come to life. I don't care where, who, how, it's like, it was a great idea. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody just do it. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like we had one thing happen the other night that kind of tripped me out. It's like last night when we were talking to Brian and we showed the Near X sticker that Bill Moss did, right? He did that sticker for for everybody who backed his book during the Madness launch party, right?
Yes.
Everybody who backed his book during the Madness launch party gets this sticker with low CRoM reflection, because you backed during the Madness launch party. And Brian's like, how come we all ain't been doing that? offering something that you only get if you back during the launch. You know, it's like you got to be there for that first hour, 2 hours, whatever. You got to back it within that first hour, 2 hours, whatever, and you get this for backing it right away, for being part of our launch party, for being part of this taking off. It's like, I don't know why we ain't been doing that the whole time.
I know.
You know? It's like, I hope we see a whole lot more of that in the future. When you're doing a launch party, I don't care where it is, who you're doing it for, whatever. Offer something to entice people to back during that show. Just for them, not for nobody, you know, just for them people that actually came out and backed you during that show and sort of showed the early support that rocketed your campaign to wherever it ends up. You know, hey, it's a great idea. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I know. Yeah, I've seen a few people do that, I believe. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen people that give away like stuff to the first 50 backers or, you know, whatever. But to specialize it down to the people that back during your launch party. That, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, CRoM and the Reflections. You can't beat CRoM and the reflection of a blade. That's not the first time that's happened, but both times it happened, he drew it. That's what's cool about it. So we have Doc Bishop going to come out here in a little bit and do his and Amy's show, the Allgood show, which shows every Sunday night at 7:00. And he's got a couple of guests. They should be out here sometime real soon. Yeah, like that guy. Yeah, that guy right there. He's going to be out here in just a minute.
Hey.
I wish I could claim that it was my idea. I wish I could claim that it was my idea, but I know it's an idea that everybody should jump on. You know, if you're rewarding the people that come out and back you in the beginning, you're going to be all right, you know. Yes, Doc, that's the invite for this stream for your friends and everybody. Just come on, man. Come on. Just come in here. Tell your guests come in here too. I don't know. Corissa checked out on us. We got to get Corissa an avatar. Can you see her?
I am not. You muted me, so I turned off my camera.
I just muted the hum.
Be quiet, woman.
The hum.
I guess that's my computer humming. I don't know.
It must be a computer fan or something. Is your mic like real close to where the fan is or something?
My mic is the computer.
Oh, yeah. My laptop it hums like a jet engine too.
Yeah.
I always have to put a separate mic in away from it when I use that.
And welcome, everybody. Welcome, the doctor.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing?
I'm wonderful.
Excellent.
Are you ready to do your show, sir?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All you need is guests, huh?
Well, pretty much, yeah. I just shot the schedule out to them, so they should be jumping on and joining us here momentarily. I had a very interesting day I'd like to share with you all.
Oh, shoot.
Hopefully by next week, I will actually have an animated version of Joe as an avatar that I should be able to stream live with.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, having fun with that. Hey, what's going on, bud?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, you know, just living the dream. One more day in paradise.
I know
that's my line. I'm just saying, that's my line.
It's your line.
All right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get out your way, Doc, and let you do your show.
I'm going to get going. I'll be watching.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Take
Pop.
it easy.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Now you have another guest right there, and you are all the way in Silverline. Hey, you guys know you guys are doing a countdown here in an hour on this channel, right?
Yeah, we are.
So you just stay here because Roland will be popping right into this stream, right?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just checking out the Stream Patriots. Just a shout out. They did fund, so congratulations to Silverline on that.
Excellent.
They have just a couple hours left, and they were able to get her done.
Yeah,
We
with
will be doing
plus, what was it, plus 500 or so, 560 or something?
Yeah.
Something along those. Hold on, I've got it right here. We can throw it on up here. It is.
Roland will be here at 8 o'clock. You guys might as well just stay here because Roland will be here at 8 o'clock and we'll be counting it down the rest of the way out. So, Roland and Scott and Rory, I think for sure are going to be here. I don't know who else, but just stay here, man. After this show's over, just stay here. Okay?
Cool. There it is. Yep, 580. Yep, they're 580 over. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Anytime, Hex, you're more than welcome, brother. You come out anytime. But
well, are you going to run ads, or are we going to jump straight into this, Bob?
Oh, just go straight into it. We ran ads at the
well,
beginning of the show.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the It's All Good show. We are on the CromCon special this weekend, CromCon 35. So woot woot. Today, our guests are going to be Jose and Michael. Good evening to both of you. How is your day today?
Hello. Going well.
It has been
Go
long.
ahead and get that out of the way. It has.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
It's been a long week, a long month, long year, long pandemic. It's just been
long. Yeah, this decade so far has been long. That is a good way to describe it. The 2020s.
Yeah, it seems the older I get, just the faster time goes.
Yeah.
Well, Jose decided to go ahead and join us today because I was starting to panic and scramble because I didn't have a guest lined up. And then Michael went ahead and decided to volunteer to jump on. At the same time, Jose volunteered to jump on.
Wow.
I'm like, okay,
look
great.
at that.
We're going to have a party on there. It's a great CromCon special to go ahead and have two incredible creators and artists on the show today.
Here we go.
So let's go ahead and start with Jose. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about who you are?
I'm Jose Fuentes. I'm an inker for Silverline Comics. I also color for Pickle Press out of Indiana, and I do colors for on a book that Peter Clinton and I are working on called Beware the Damned Witchfinder.
Is that the one with the witch style?
Yeah, he's basically it follows a character named Koepp, and he's the last witchfinder, and he hunts down like evil supernatural stuff and whatnot.
So it's this one right here. Pops, but there it is. That guy. This guy.
It. Yep, that's the colors I did.
Yep. So you went ahead and look at that. Nice. And that's the latest project you were working on?
Yes, sir. Well, that and I just finished issue 2 inks for Silverline's Obsoletes, and I'm working on issue, and I'm also doing a variant cover for issue 2.
Right on. And it looks here that you're promoting. You're going to be out there in June in Tampa for the Toys and Comic Cons down there at the Expo. I've actually got a buddy that should be down there, and I'm thinking about trying to squeeze and weasel my way in there. So I might be able to shake your hand that weekend.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So what are you doing down there? Are you going to be down at Artist Alley?
Yeah. I believe I'm going to be in the Artist Alley. I've got books that I've worked on, some original art I've done, and just going to go there and have fun and peddle my wares.
Oh, that is incredible. So what is it that got you into the art field as a whole?
In the art field, I've always liked drawing. I'm sure everyone that does comic art says the same thing. I actually stopped drawing in like junior high and high school. I was told I was really bad at it, so I should stop. So
really?
I stopped for several years. I had no support. Like everyone's like, "Oh, I had a great support." Well, no, I didn't.
Wow.
But
how mean?
You don't get. I'm sorry, what?
How mean of them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But, I kept doing it on my own, trying to do it as something part-time, something just as a hobby. But the more I got into it, the more I wanted to do it. And I basically grinded and worked to put my wife through midwifery school. And then when she was done with school, she's like, "All right, you're next. What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I want to make comics." And she's like, "All right, let's go to school."
Yep, let's go make comics.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she said, "What school do you want to go to?" I'm like, "I want to go to the Kubert school. Like, I don't think I have a chance of getting in, but I want to go." And she's like, "Send your stuff in." So I did. And my interview telephone call, I was sure I didn't get in. Like, the guy gave me no indication that he liked anything I did.
Wow.
And I called my wife because at the time my wife was in Venezuela. because she's my wife's a midwife, and she was down there waiting to deliver a baby. And so I called her up. I was like, babe, I didn't get in. There's no way. Like, they gave me nothing. He didn't like my stuff. I'm going to keep working where I'm working, and that's it forever. And then a couple of weeks later, I got my letter telling me I was in. So.
Oh, that is incredible. That is a great
Wow.
story. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, well, then let's go ahead and pause on that for a second and move on to Michael over there. How are you doing, bud?
I'm hanging in there, about to go to work in a couple hours, so that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
A few hours,
back to the salt mines.
Yeah, back to the salt mines. Yeah. # third shift life, but it's all right.
I lived that for 10 years, man. 10 years I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going on about 10 years, actually, give or take. I mean, I was like on and off for the last 10 years, but it's been a good 5 now in a row.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right on. Well, let's go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody here, and let's talk a little bit about what you got going on, and then we're going to get together and open it up for us to discuss.
Yeah, excellent. So my name is Michael Ghatti, Earth's Best Entertainment, or EB. My comics, Earth's Best Friends, came to me, at least part of it, because it's kind of an anthology of different superhero titles. But Hyper Feeling Ninja Hero is one of the bigger stories I've written of it. The majority of it is that. Came to me in a dream when I was in 3rd grade, and this definitely was inspired by an episode of, if you ever seen Samurai Pizza Cats, that was the inspiration for it. That dream was definitely Samurai Pizza Cats, except I was one of the cats. And then I wrote a couple comics based off that dream. And I drew them, but I was in 3rd grade and I can't draw. And actually, to this day, I probably still draw as well as I did in 3rd grade, which is not good. Stick figures,
better in 3rd grade, so I'm right there, right along with you.
Yeah, right. No, writing has been my passion pretty much my whole life. Haven't like officially gone to school for it or anything. It's just been kind of a hobby I've been turning. Not that I'm turning it into a career, but it's turning a little bit more than hobby, doing this here and stuff.
What I've learned on the industry, the school of hard knocks is every bit of a school.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true, right? And
well, tell us a little bit about the storyline of the premise to this is what Earth's Best Heroes.
Yeah, Earth's Best Friends It's like the title of the series, I guess you could say, and then within that series, it's an anthology of different titles. So
and is that where we find the felines and?
Yeah, so Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes. I know it's a mouthful. It's meant to have
all in one. Is it a parody of the Ninja Turtles?
I wouldn't say a parody, more of like an homage. It does have that syllables on purpose. My buddy came up with it because I was calling it Siamese Ninja Heroes before, and my buddy was like, that's a terrible name. They're not Siamese cats. They're not conjoined twins. There's no reason to call them Siamese Ninja Heroes. They're not from Siam, right? So I'm like, all right, well, I have this idea. I have this like ditty running in my head that kind of refers to Ninja Turtles. I was like, so he was like, all right, well, how about Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes? And I'm like, Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes. Yeah, that works. So really the credit for the title goes to my buddy Steve. Shout out to Steve.
Well, that is an incredible brainstorming, Steve. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay, so
then
go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry. Then we also have the other titles we have within Earth's Best Friends is Animal Teens, which is teenagers that transform into animal, I guess you could say anthros or furries. I hate to use that word, but that's essentially what people will call them. And kind of like Animorphs. It's a little bit like Animorphs. In fact, the cover I'm having Rich Perotta do right now is definitely an homage to Animorphs, and the one that Gabriel Nissi did, you'll actually see it on one of the tiers. He is a homage to Animorphs as well. Yeah, it's the floppies tiers. I think it's like the $20 tier. One, two more. Yeah. So yeah, right there. So that's the Gabriel Nissi cover. That's so you can definitely kind of see that's kind of got an Animorphs feeling to it. And Rich is working on one for Animal Teens as well. And that one below is actually Rich's right there too.
The Tween Titans?
Tween Titans, yes. So they're tweens, and so I was thinking about that the original Teen Titans cartoon, not the Go Abomination.
Right. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, it's a split opinion. A lot of people like it, a lot of people hate it, and I don't understand the first lot of people. But
there's two answers, but only one of them is correct.
Right.
So yeah, we have Tween Titans happened not based off any stories I've ever written or had dreams, where everything else kind of is. This happened because of my successful Kickstarter last year. A friend of mine did the $100 tier, which is, become a character, and she had 2 daughters. So I named the characters after them and created powers. So now I've been trying to fit them into a story I've already written.
Oh, there you go. Yes. And then here's your Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes.
Yep. So yeah, that's the cover for number 2. That was by Dave Lentz. He was one of the original guys I had lettering the comic before I switched to Gene Pedroso, which is the artwork you see there, the big one in front of us. So yeah, that's Gene Pedroso. He does lettering, color, illustration. The man is a machine.
Both images on the right and on the left are both by the same artist, right?
No. To the right is David Lentz. To the right is Dave Lentz. Yep.
Okay, because I was looking at the comparables now. Can I let me just I am a no talent hack creator. Okay, so I have 0 talent for writing and 0 talent for drawing. I am a creator. I'm creative and clever, and I just might so happen to do okay in my day job, so I have a little bit of money that I can throw at it. So
makes sense.
As a critique and as an artist from Jose, and as a creator from you, Michael, the line art that is being exhibited between these 2 artists back and forth, the one on the right with the Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes, with the real sharp, almost sketch-like line art, versus the very clean, hard line shadows of the left image. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now, what is your opinion on the styles back and forth? I lean a little bit more towards liking the sketch style than the cartoonish style. But that's just because I'm old and I grew up in the 80s, back when most comic books were drawn like that, before the assistance of any kind of computers and things. So what is the styling difference, or the difficulty difference between the 2? Does that make sense? Am I asking the right question, or should I phrase
for
it?
me, the first thing I always look at are the hands. Can you draw hands well, right? And because hands, even in comics, emote everything you want to do, right? Angles, it's used to direct the reader's mind, to direct the flow of the reading, right? As much as any other angle. This, I like the main picture, right?
Yeah. That's Jack. That's Jack Blade. We'll say Jack Blade.
I like that. I like the style. The other one's a little more fun. It's a little more, the colors I think stand out more on that, as opposed to the line art. You can see the various things that's going on, and you can see the layers behind that. You can for the other one as well, but the colors are more vibrant in the other one. But I like the line art on the Jack Blade. I like the line art on that one.
I say Jack Blade's got an incredible art style itself, but just the stylistics itself is almost individual to the artist, which makes it an incredible field to just look at the beauty and the creativity that these artists are able to deliver with the tip of a pencil.
Yeah,
it just continuously amazes me every time I look at the talent that we're surrounded by in this world.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how much how there are so many talented artists that Marvel and DC won't even like bat an eye at, and it's like, that's fine because we can hire them.
Absolutely, yeah. They are just. It's amazing the interpretation that they can bring with the descriptions from a writer or a creator. So that was just something I was pointing out, to the stylistic nature that 2 very good artists were able to bring to the same basic concept or the same writer's interpretation.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
I didn't mean to jump in the middle there. So let's go ahead and
No,
jump
it's all good.
to move it down a little bit more. So,
yep.
Where do you want to go from here?
All right. So, right, we'll talk about book 4 a little bit. So Jack Blade is part of. It's not really like a title per se. It's more just like a story, a mini series, I guess you could say. It's called Family Problems. It's 4 parts, and you'll get all 4 parts in book 4. It's just kind of explaining. So Jack Blade is the president of the world in this universe. Miracorps is this corporation, defense contractor that became the leader of the world through a series of events that took place that pretty much brought down the world governments except China because China. Yeah. So he's a vice president of the world. He's a super genius because he's only 17, and so the president of the world sought this kid out because he did some great work in genetics, and he became, so first he was just the front of the science division, and then he made him the vice president. So with that, now that he's vice president, he can use the resources of the army and security robots and everything to hunt down his sister, who certainly has a grudge against him and against Miracorps in general. So she's kind of this renegade. It's actually going to be a title called Sandra's Renegades eventually. And I almost said Sonia, and there's a reason for that. She's Sandra Blade. Yeah. I had an action figure I had a Sonia Blade action figure. I wrote all kinds of stories with her as a kid. So yeah, like I said, almost everything in this besides the Twin Titans is something based off something I did as a kid.
Oh, that is incredible.
Nice.
It's nice to be able to take the creations and the imagination of a child and bring it to manifestation as an adult. That is absolutely a clap for you there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how long have you been working on this anthology? The book number 4. When did you release
so book number 4, we started production, I believe, in the fall of last year. I want to say around September-ish. And it should be completed by next week, maybe late next week, maybe early week after. Yeah. So he, like I said, he's a machine. He does it all. So it takes roughly between 6 and 9 days per page. So yeah, we've been working right along, and yeah, it's been.
Is that
awesome.
A finished page with lettering, inking, coloring?
Yes.
Whole 9 yards?
Yes, the whole 9 yards, exactly. So he'll send me his sketch, and I'll be like, all right, looks good. And then he'll send me the inking, and I'm like, all right, looks good. And then he sends me the colors, and I'm like, oh, you got to get giddy when you see this stuff.
Oh yeah, when it starts coming together, and it goes from an imagination to being on page to then being published and in distribution. It's something totally different. I haven't been doing this long enough to really get used to it yet.
Oh yeah, no, you never really do. Every page is like the first page I've ever seen. It's just like, wow, it's so amazing. Especially these covers Gabriel and Rich are giving me. I'm just like, oh, dude, thank you so much. Like this is definitely gonna bring a lot more attention to my floppies, because I'm trying to sell the floppies outright. Whereas this campaign, the book 4 is specifically to fund my comic. I won't be selling this book otherwise.
So
I'll just be selling individual floppies.
On my comic.
Yeah.
Okay,
so any graphic novel,
they need to go ahead and get it now on Fund My Comics, and let's go ahead and get those numbers up there. You've got a couple more weeks left to get this completely funded, and we've got a little bit of work to push on that. So yeah, if anybody listening, if you want this version of it, you're going to have to get this version of it within the next 2 weeks. So chop, fundmycomics.com.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Oh.
No. Did you have something else, or do you want to go ahead and play this video? And
yeah. No, go ahead, play the video. Yeah, I've trimmed it down a little bit, so this is the new one.
All right, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Let's run this out. A package for everyone.
All right.
Yep.
Those covers are sweet.
Yes.
And then that's the cover of book 4.
Fund my comic.
Yep.
That is awesome. That is
Thank you.
good. I'm just learning the animation side of it myself. So yeah, putting that together, I can see what you were talking about with the After Effects and getting all that lined up. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So I did that on Adobe Premiere to kind of emulate what they do on After Effects, but it's kind of rough. It's rough compared to what you can actually do.
That it definitely is. It's there's a learning curve to Adobe. I've looked at.
Man.
And then you figure out the one specific niches to this side, and then you have that oh moment as you look at the other Adobe programs where like, oh, this is how it works, like this that I learned in Photoshop or Illustrator or one of the different Adobe.
I had to learn, like I had in class, I had to be taught how to use Clip Studio Paint, and my daughter figured it out on her own. She borrowed my iPad and just slammed through it. She taught herself to do animatics.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't have the brain power that the children have
same.
anymore. Oh my God, the learning curve you have when that, yeah, you know, my grandchild is she's about 4 now, and the iPad and the tablet things. I've got to ask her for help every now and then.
Don't feel bad.
I dumped all relevant information just so I can learn how to use 4 art programs. That was it.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
But don't expect me to remember who family is. I got rid of that. It's just
you know, the only enough memory for yes.
Right. I remember my kids' name, my wife's name, and some holidays. That's all I got.
Yeah, there's all the room we have left with the art programs because they get uber complicated.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so we are a little over right about halfway through our show, and we have went ahead and got a good introduction to you, Jose, and we know what's going on with Earth's Best Entertainment down there with Michael and his collection of stories.
Right. Michael's got a lot going on. That's cool, man.
He does. He's got a nice anthology. I think he's put together with, you know, my favorite subject being the quasi parody or homages to things we find entertaining and memorable.
Yeah. I mean, we grew up in the 80s, 90s, so all those things inspire us, you know.
Right.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm actually finding myself rewatching the new X-Men series on Disney.
Wow.
They planned the X-Men animated series from the late 90s, from like 93 to 95, right? 96.
Yeah, I think it was like 94. Yeah, it was in that. It was like 93, 94 or something like that. Yeah.
Mid 90s right there. Yeah. Well, evidently,
mid-90s.
I guess Disney is bringing it back and going to go ahead and do a continuation of it.
Well,
they are.
They did a comic for it. I don't remember what year it was. It was just like Batman. Was it Batman 66? It's X-Men. X-Men.
Yeah, I think they call it X-Men 95 or something.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
So X-Men in 2 numbers, but the late 90s numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
X-Men from the 1900s.
20th century X-Men.
uh, so Jose, with your artwork and your art style, you do pretty much a collaboration of everything. I was reading through your bio that you have up there for Silverline. Let me go ahead and throw that up here for everybody to be able to look along with us here, because I am running slightly sluggish. And Pops will grab that in just a minute and throw it up on the screen for us.
worries.
But it shows there that you do the pretty much every aspect to the art style of it, from the inking to the coloring.
I can,
and
yeah.
Wow.
What is it that you enjoy?
I love inking.
Inking, okay.
Yeah, I love personally. I love inking traditionally, like inks and like black inks, gray tones. When I do inks, I tend to add ink wash because I really like giving those values. But for the sake of like expediency, I know that when I did Obsoletes 1, they were like, "Hey, can you do this page? Would you be able to send it back? You know what I mean? So I can see how your stuff is over Aaron's pencils." I'm like, "Sure." I did it digitally in Clip Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So they liked it. They appreciated what I did. So I did the whole thing.
Now, I have zero art experience behind me, so I'm, like I said, learning as we go along.
Okay.
When you're saying you're saying almost like a grayscale is what you like to do.
Yes,
Almost
great.
the
When I
black
put
and
gray
white side.
tones, what you do is you take like your black ink and you basically just add water to it. And depending, actually, I learned from Uko Smith that depending on the ink you use, it gives a different value. You can actually create the semblance of like warm tones and cool tones.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, like when I do inks, like I'll throw a little bit of gray tones in the background just to like separate it from the foreground, just so that it makes
You get a little bit more depth out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when it comes to like body art and things like that, I would much rather look at a nice grayscale tattoo than something that has all the different colors and
See, and I think that's dependent on what you're going for. If you're going for something that's like highly rendered, I think gray tones are better. But if you're going for something, you know what I mean, like that's, I don't know, like I know people that have gotten some really nice like aquatic ones that when they add the colors to them, it looks really
Oh,
good.
yeah, I've seen some colors look really good. I'm not saying they don't turn out incredible. It's just the beauty in the eye of the beholder. It's
Right.
something that I find myself drawn to, so I can
But I like bold
absolutely
lines.
understand
So
the
like when I see, if I see a tattoo or any kind of art and it's got bold lines, like I know Todd Knock does a lot of bold lines, you know what I mean, in his artwork, and that just appeals to me like immensely.
Yeah, the nice heavy strong line
Yeah.
work where you have them bold and stand out is definitely a draw to the aesthetics of the piece.
Right. But
So,
yeah, so I do digital inks mostly, but like for my own stuff, I pencil everything I do. I mean, when I went to art school, like I said, I went to the Cuber school. They taught you every aspect from like writing to inking to penciling to inking to colors. Like you learn every aspect, lettering.
so you get a good course in
Yeah.
every aspect of manufacturing of a comic book.
Yes, sir. And
or
it's heavy
graphic
right
novel.
out the gate. Like as soon as we got in, our first week, we had to have like 3 to 5 comic book pages done.
Wow.
Within it was real intense. And
Like done, color, ink, letter,
pencil.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you're not used to doing that, and all I was used to doing was like pin ups and stuff like that, and here and there. And I've done inks before that, but I learned that the inks and the coloring I did before I went to art school were done incorrectly. Because now that I know how to do them the right way, it goes so much faster.
Yeah, so my grandfather used to tell me it's all about the 7 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
That is accurate.
Yep.
And I can't find fault in that. So no, we're just going to keep on with the 7 P's. If there's a system and there's a structure to things, and that allows us to systematically put things together, which streamlines efficiency.
That's very, very
Makes
true.
sense.
That sounded
And
almost
the people that my teachers, they've been in the business 20, 30 years. They know what they were doing.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
standing on
mean?
the shoulders of giants,
Yeah,
definitely. That is some
exactly.
of the benefits of going to some sort of a school like that, and not just trying to figure it out on your own, like some of us have had to do.
Right. So, and it's a legacy thing because my narrative teacher, right, is the mother of my digital production teacher.
There you
And
go.
my second year narrative teacher was the husband of my other narrative teacher.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a family. Like it's
Yeah.
I mean, oddly enough,
Makes sense.
I went there and the year I started going to school there was the year after the Cuberts stopped teaching there.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they ended up like going off doing, Adam to Marvel and Andy to DC, and Andy's daughter Emma was a senior my freshman year.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so like it's a whole family that goes there. It's that
Oh yeah, and the
children
networking
cycle through it.
possibilities,
Yeah,
and there's lots of things that play into that.
and I
Absolutely.
think that they
Absolutely.
laid it on thick on us. I think it's done that on purpose to kind of to weed out the people that are there because they're fans of comics, as opposed to those that truly want it to be their career.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
can
sense.
actually definitely see that needing to be
Yeah.
a value added to the entrance or the first few little bit of getting into the school, because hey, that's what got me into creation. Is I've
Yeah.
just been a huge comic fan for so long, just unfortunately didn't have any of the talent to bring with it.
Organization is a talent. It's okay.
Sure, we'll go with that. I've got a sick, twisted sense of humor, and I'm willing to do it. So
Right.
therefore, I created it. It has very little to do with the organizational skills that I may or may not possess. Well, let's go ahead and share some of your socials. Facebook and Instagram are two of the socials I've got up here. Let's go
Yep,
ahead and bring this up here.
pretty much all I'm on. I have a Twitter account. I rarely use it. I don't like Twitter a lot. Even I know a lot of creators like kind of stand on it and use it a
Yeah.
lot. I'm not
I'm
one of
getting
those.
quite a bit of love on Twitter, so I'm also just figuring out the whole social media things with this
Right.
venture, so I'm not doing very good at it. I'm just I'm poking it like you would a dead animal with a stick when you found it
Right.
hiking as
Seeing
a
if it still
kid.
moves.
Yeah, you just kind of poke at it and see what it does, and yeah, so far it's doing things, and more things are happening on the bird than on the other platforms for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Jose, this is your Facebook. So anybody watching, if you want to go ahead and contact Jose and then take a look at some of his artwork, he has got some incredible pieces to go ahead and
I
show
appreciate
off.
that. Thank you. Oh, that goon. I know him.
Oh, and then we can
Yeah,
go ahead and
there's stuff on my Instagram.
Instagram. Yes, that has more pictures. So here's his Instagram again, coming into there. So he will be once again in Tampa on June the 3rd. So come on by Artist Alley, come shake his hand, look at some of the stuff he has created. That is just incredible.
Oh,
You did
wow.
a great job on
Yeah.
the
He's
coloring
awesome.
of that.
Yeah, I just got the next 4 pages from Pete a couple days ago, and it's phenomenal. I'm so excited to get started coloring it.
You've got a great color palette. You're bringing that nice bruised palette to it.
Thank you.
Oh, what's going on here?
That is the first cover for Obsoletes #1. That is cover A.
Cover A
And
for
yeah,
Obsoletes #1. What is Obsoletes? I've never heard of this.
Obsoletes is about 3 let's say space workers, space mercenaries, and they get done basically kind of terraforming a planet, and they decide to go back to their main planet so they can get paid. They go into cryo sleep, and something happens as they sleep for 20 years.
Oh,
and so
gee.
now their bosses replace them with younger models and younger workers, and so they're trying to compete against them to prove that they're not obsolete.
Oh, that is incredible.
Makes
That's
sense.
cool.
Yeah. And there's
At
some
first-
neat twists. Sometimes.
It happens.
Listen,
It does.
The last 5 pages of Obsoletes #2, inking that in, I'm pretty sure I stayed up for like 3 days straight.
Oh, doing the inking on this one?
Yeah, because I was so anxious. I wanted to get it done, not just like, oh my gosh, get rid of it. I was like, I want to get to that last page. I want to get there, and man, it's just like so excited because I already had the next 11 pages. So
yeah, just pushing it out and seeing it come to life and fruition.
Issue 3, I got pages for issue 3. Also for issue 3, our penciler had to leave for various reasons, and so he was only able to do 11 pages. I'm actually taking over pencil duties on issue 3. I'm doing the remaining 11 pages, and I'm going to be penciling issue 4.
Now, do you find it difficult trying to match somebody else's art style?
No, not really. So Aaron is very, like, his style is very simplistic, which I really enjoyed. So inking 2 of his books of his style, actually, I think I got a pretty good handle of it. And I only need to do that to transition it for the rest of issue 3, but then issue 4 is going to be closer to my work.
Gotcha. And you're just going to bring a slow transition over. Yeah. So
it's just not something abrupt. So like all of a sudden we're scaring people. So
yeah. The fans don't seem to like things like that.
Right. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Roland asked me if I'd do it, and I jumped at the chance. So.
Well, that is awesome.
Excellent. You know, at first glimpse, I got kind of G.I. Joe vibes from it.
I can see that.
I can see that.
Definitely see it. Michael, do you have anything on yours? You're on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
gets noisy in there at this time of night, so I decided to do this on my phone.
No, I absolutely understand. I didn't know if there was any more of the campaign you wanted to go ahead and share, if you had any images you wanted to throw up on the screen to show us. Do you want to talk a little bit more about? I'm interested more in the feline ninja.
Hyper feline ninja heroes.
Hyper feline ninja heroes. I was looking for it. I was getting there.
Yeah. I could talk a little more about them. It is the story, especially if you go with the catch up tier. If you've never read Earth's Best Friends before, pretty much like 6 out of the first 10 issues is going to be Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes. It was the one that I had wrote the most for when I first started this project. That was because this project started off as just being purely that book, and then I kind of branched it out a little bit. That was because I originally had a partnership with a different artist, Olivia, and we were doing. It was Siamese Ninja Heroes at the time. My buddy hadn't come up with the new name yet.
He hadn't brought his brilliance.
Yeah. And so I had written a couple scripts for other superheroes. We were planning on doing an expanded universe, right? But as a writer, you could write so much more scripts than an artist can draw comic pages, so she had like almost the first episode complete, and I had like an entire season done in writing, right?
What is it they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Yes, so I probably didn't even write 1,000 words before she got that first 20 pages done, right? So the Hyper Feline Ninja Heroes, so like I said, it was kind of inspired by Samurai Pizza Cats back when I was in 3rd grade. In its new version, I actually based the characters slightly off my kids and my nephew and niece. So the main, let's see if I can get a picture of I have a book right here. I don't know if it'll show off that well, but there's a transformation sequence that's really cool in the. I don't know if you can see that all that well, but yeah, probably not. But so basically, we have Fury, who's red right there in the fire. His powers are fire. So he's Jackson, who's based off my nephew, and then the pink is Rosie or Chloe, who's based off my daughter. Then the blue is Lacey or BB or Lacey, who's based off my niece, and then the green is Sky. Or a Sealy based off my son. So Rosie's power is kind of like an earth. I say more grass and vines. Vines, she kind of ties people up with vines and stuff. She has a vine whip kind of a weapon. BB, her power is water or mostly bubbles. It's a kid's show, so.
Earth, water, okay.
And then Sky is wind. He has a hoverboard, and mostly. His powers mostly deal with tornadoes. And in fact, in the first issue, there's a mega-sized tornado that he essentially absorbs to save the day.
Nice.
And they all don't believe he even has the power to do that, because I describe it as the largest tornado in human history. Like it's conjured by magic, of course, by Anubis and his assistant Harris. So they're the big bads for the hyper feeling ninja heroes. And yeah, so they're a little bit based off based off real kids. Except I make Chloe and Jackson twins for simplicity's sake in the story. And they are practically twins in real life. I mean, even though they're cousins, they're only 2 months apart, and they grew up together. So they almost have a bigger bond with each other than they do their siblings.
I love the thread I see going between all of your books, that you've got a lot of yourself you pour into these, and you include a lot of your friends and family into it. That shows just the level of commitment and community you have. That is incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We've got a comment down here that it's Avatar, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Power Rangers that likes it. Vic, dude, we like it.
I appreciate that. Yeah. It's got a little bit of all those elements for sure. Especially Ninja Turtles / Power Rangers. Those are the shows that I grew up with, and especially
homage.
Yes, exactly. And Fury is red. He's the leader. It's definitely because of the Red Power Ranger being the leader. It's the only reason I made him leader. My daughter always yells at me like, "Why did you make Jackson the leader?" I'm like, "Hey, look, I can't be making you the leader because you're my kid. That would make your Auntie Kimmy mad at me. All right."
Sorry, I'm looking through real quick to try to find a better image of it, but we got the one.
Yeah, the first right there. Yeah, so that's a Gabriel Nissi cover, and that's actually the cover for the first issue of Hyper Feeling Ninja Heroes.
That looks sweet. I dig that.
You can't see the number 1; it's too transparent. I have to fix that, but it is there if you look real hard.
That is such a clear and clever merger and mashup. Yeah, I think that was explained the best. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle meets Power Rangers. That is absolutely written all over it. That is, and 2 franchises that have definitely spoke well with the community.
Oh yeah. We all have a little bit of that in us for sure, especially if you grew up in the 80s, 90s. It's
well, they created an entire animation series just to sell us toys. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, our childhood was a lie, man. It was all for commercialism.
Oh, but I loved them. I would collect every one of them, just like the TV told me to.
Me too. I did. I had a lot of Ninja Turtles. In fact, I had Ninja Turtles characters that I swear I don't even think I ever saw the episode where they were in. Like I had characters that I was like, I don't even know this character, but I want him.
Like Usagi Jimbo. They had them all like super buff and everything, and the action figure. I remember that. Like that was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 80s. What a time to be alive back then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was so much different than now. I mean, maybe it's because I'm an adult now, but I go through the toy aisle at Walmart and I'm like, there is nothing, man. There's nothing. And even my kids are not that excited to see half the things that are there. They like the blind bags and the mystery boxes. Like they're not even into like the action figures. Not even my son, really.
No, yeah, I was a huge action figure fan as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Walmart and Target now have they brought back like the OG Ninja Turtle characters, the one like when they had the trench coat on and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I started seeing some of them. I know they started bringing some of the yes.
Yeah, hey, yes, there it is. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, Pops. Yes.
Exactly. Funny enough, I didn't have that one. That was probably the one Ninja Turtle action figure I didn't have.
Yes, I agree. Yes, they're giving kids a gambling addiction with those blind bags.
They are.
I haven't thought about it that way, but you are absolutely correct. Yes. That is,
Vic is wise beyond his young years.
and unless you have kids like mine, you see, mine if cracked the codes, they take a look at the UPC code patterns on those, and they will go through an entire box until they find the one UPC code pattern that they were looking for, because they know which one they were missing in order to add it to their collection.
Right.
It's
wow.
Yeah, I
That's
think I may
pretty
have done a
impressive.
bad thing. I use numbers a lot. So there was a small period of time when my children were younger. I've got this large mirror in a common area of the house, and I have an obsession with taking my dry erase marker and writing on mirrors because I'm constantly doing math work for my day job. So
Sure.
I decided to go ahead and just write a cipher on the mirror real quick. And my eldest cracked it, of course, and so I gave her $5, and so I wrote another cipher and I complicated it a little bit more and I changed it to like a book cipher, and then I hit a scratch off ticket, and then they cracked it. Then we turned it into a game that went on for a couple of
Wow.
years. Of either would just be a random cipher would appear on the mirror, and if you crack it, it would be the clue to whatever it is I would hide. And
Now
so yeah,
work
they
for
learned to
Cyber- or FBI.
start looking at numbers and cracking numbers down, and figured out that on those blind bags there is codes imprinted on the back of the bag, and if you read the lines of code, it changes by one digit, and you
Yep.
know you can have, you don't know what you're getting, but you know it's going to be different than what you have as long as you catalog what you
Ah.
have.
Yeah, it was this year I learned you can figure out whether or not a comic book is a first printing or second printing by the barcode.
Oh yeah, based on the barcode.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I never knew that.
The last
And
year is when
my
I figured
local-
that out
my
when I
local
purchased my
comic
first
shop guy
UPC.
told me.
But what about
Wow.
before there were barcodes, man?
Well, then you had to
Yeah.
rely on the different covers and Easter eggs they put into
You had
them.
to find them on the
Hold
spinning
on.
rack.
I'm gonna give you all a test. There are probably 30 printings of Freak Brothers. How do you tell them apart?
I don't know. How do you tell them apart?
Yeah, exactly. Good. That's what I'm trying to find out, bro.
That's a question that you need to pass on to his daughters or his children.
We have,
Yeah, right.
Right? They'll figure it
Go
out.
ahead and tell them as soon as they figure that one out, they can find a $5 scratch off ticket behind,
Right.
behind
we have looked all over the place, and it's like some people say it's the color of the logo. Some
Who
people
prints
say
it?
this.
Who's
Some
the
people
publisher?
say that. But even back in the 50 Cent day, I think it was 50 Cent was the first Freak Brothers books were 50 cents each, and there was probably 6 printings then. It's hard to figure out which one is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You
Wow,
might know
wow.
they might know which one first is, but after that, no, it's like nobody can give me definitive answers, okay? Because the copies I have, I want to know, and I don't know.
I might have to. I'll check into that for you, Pops, see if I can't
It's-
find something
right?
out. I've got a lot of collectors in my network.
It's been I mean, I've heard 20 different things. That's why I just gave up, because nobody's theory matches anybody else's where you can find a consensus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everybody has a different idea of what it is, and then you know, come on, man, just tell me which one was first, which one was second, so I can figure out which one I got. You know?
Yeah, right.
I'm
So-
pretty sure it's not first, but
They don't have an indicia inside of them, do they?
I've looked all over the internet. How do you find the first? How do you tell which printing of Freak Brothers comics is the first printing?
Right.
You'll get 20 different fucking answers.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck? But you know, that's just the way comics was back then. This is
Right.
like way back, right? You know, and they were only in head shops. You didn't find them on the spinner rack at the supermarket, not Freak Brothers. No, that was underground. You know, they were only you could only find them in very small amount of places that would actually carry that. Feds and Heads and all those different underground comics.
I was gonna say, they didn't have like mainstream comics when those books came out, right? Those were
Well,
like
they had,
comic shops, I mean.
no, they didn't have comic stores.
Yeah.
You know, you might find them in a head shop where they sold bongs and stuff like that.
Right.
That's where you'd find the underground comics. You know, that's where I found them when I was a teenager. And okay, here, let me throw this to you. You look at kids are sitting in front of a liquor store trying to get somebody to go in and buy them some beer. That was me outside of a dispensary, or not a dispensary, but a head shop, trying to get somebody to go in and buy me a comic book.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Because I couldn't go in. I was too young. I wasn't allowed to go in the building, right? So I'm out there trying to ask, will you go in there and buy me a Freak Brothers comic book, baby?
Have you been on this site yet, Pops? This says
yeah, I've seen that. But again, it's like then when you go talk to people, when you go look in other places, you'll find a different.
Get different answers.
Yeah. You know, that's what I mean. I couldn't find anybody that had an actual consensus.
Yeah, wow.
It is 6 printings at 50 cents, though, right?
Yeah. You've got
7.
Yeah, all the way up to the 6th printing of 50 cent, and that's black and white art on the IFC, pink interior paper, rainbow or blue ink for the 5th printing. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no. It's like, man, just okay. I got one. That's all. I got one of those. I don't know which one.
Yeah, you'll probably have to take it to an appraiser or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
or maybe even some of those forums that a bunch of the collectors get on, and
yeah, you got to find somebody who's like who's knowledgeable about the underground scene back then.
Right.
Yeah, not even just comics; it's the underground comics. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was all so much different. It was, you know,
that is an entirely different niche.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff right there, though.
That was every bit of 70s cartoons right there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's
flashbacks.
You look at that right there, and that says the further adventures.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So that's what? Isn't that issue 2?
Well, no, but I mean,
There's
it's like
one.
volume 2. Like,
oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Because mine doesn't say further adventures of. It's just free.
Nope, page not found. Okay. That's all we got. That's all that's given us on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
now, is yours a matte cover or a gloss cover?
It's gloss cover, but like I said, it's not the further adventures of.
Right.
It's the fabulous furry freak brothers #1.
Was it the same cover or is it a different cover?
Oh no, it's them running down the hall away from the cops, or running down the alley away from the cops.
Oh.
So this must be had an additional printing that they did with this one.
What year is that? What year is
1970s.
Yeah, they were all in the 70s, but I mean.
Yeah, I'm not getting at a definitive year. There are 17 printings of this comic, all by Ripoff Press. It is currently unknown how many copies were produced during any of the printings, but I would guess Ripoff was printing at least 20,000 copies of every time. And potentially as many as 50,000 copies and more for the earlier printings, given how fast the books were selling out in the 1970s. A summary of the printings editions delegated below. Very little information.
Trippy, huh?
Wow.
I mean, I've got quite a few of them. I have the Ripoff Press 3D book. And it's like an immaculate, like mint condition. It's beautiful, right? Only thing that's wrong with it is somebody tore the fucking 3D glasses out of it.
Oh, no.
You know, but the book is beautiful, right? I mean, perfect corners, nice and shut. I mean, not a ding nowhere, dude. It's beautiful.
I'll send it away and get it graded. I bet you'll find out then.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, without the glasses, it's already taken the big hit. You know, so it doesn't matter what kind of condition it's in because somebody took the freaking glasses out. You know, but yeah, look, all that stuff was beautiful, man. Shelton was awesome. He was hilarious.
This is definitely very heavily 70s overviewed.
And now they've redone it. There's a Netflix cartoon.
Is there?
Show.
Oh, really?
But they've updated it to now, but they were like Rip Van Winkle. They were asleep for 50 years or 60 years, and now they're here in 2020. You know.
Oh, so kind of like what they did with the Brady Bunch movie. It was like the Bradys were acting like it was the 60s, but it took place in the 90s.
Right.
Dude, it's funny, but it's not. Like they're standing outside of a dispensary trying to find out where to get weed.
Right.
I mean, oh my God, you can buy it in a store now. But the kicker is you got Woody Harrelson and John Goodman are two of the voices of the three brothers. You know.
Oh no, that's yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes, that's a good cast right there.
Right.
So I mean, if you want to see some funny shit, go. I mean, obviously it's been watered down compared to what it used to be, but if you want to see some funny shit, go over on it's on YouTube, man. It's not Netflix. It's on YouTube.
On YouTube, gotcha.
Right here,
YouTube.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. I'm sitting here wondering where my boy Roland's at, because I'm getting ready to switch channels here. We got to turn off a couple of these destinations and turn on a couple different ones because Silverline doing their show. But Roland, you gotta come hang out with me, bro.
Well, while he's getting set up, I want to go ahead and give a very special thank you to Jose for coming on tonight and sharing this with us. It was incredible meeting you. Thank you. And thank you, Michael, for coming on and talking about your Earth's Best Friends and book 4 that's going to be over on Fund My Comics. We need to go ahead and give him some love. So at least jump over there and buy him a cup of coffee or something.
Right.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
And
yes, thank you for the link.
I can give you the grandkids review of Michael's book. They like it. They like.
Oh, right on.
Nice.
So
there it is.
That'll be something cool. My grandkids might like it as well. I might. Yes.
Yeah, and Michael knows. He's like, I tell him right away. Oh yeah, they like that one. You know, it's like that. The problem is that it's not in real good condition anymore.
Yeah, they fought over it, right? Is that what it was?
There's 4 of them, so by the time 4 kids get done reading a graphic novel, it's kind of.
So there you go. If you got grandkids, buy one for each of them.
At least if you have that collector's bet, buy one for yourself and one for them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a couple copies of Making Friends by Kristen Gutzik, and my 2 littles, like I took them to Free Comic Book Day in Pennsylvania, and they got to meet her, and they got a copy of the book. It's been shredded since because they've read it so much. Like clumps of pages are coming out. And I told her that I went to New York Comic Con and told her about it, and I have issue 2 or the second volume. I was like, okay, I got to get 2 of them. They're gonna set them up.
Well, Pops had a great idea, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to get you a physical copy right now.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
Doc, go ahead and say sign off to your people, and then I'm going to kill Amy's channels and add in the Silverlines.
All right, that sounds good. Once again, thank you very much, everybody, for coming out and seeing us. It's all good with Jose and Michael. Until next week.
Doc.
Yes, we'll see everybody next week.
All right.
Thanks.